Today we'll be baking cookies and cake. Cookies is represented by E and cake is represented by F. The resources we'll be using is flour, eggs, milk, and an oven. In a 10-hour workday, person 1 can produce 20 cookies and 3 cakes, while person 2 can produce 15 cookies and 4 cakes. In the chart below, if person 1 wants to dedicate all their time just producing cookies, they can produce 200 and no cake. While if they're trying to produce only cake, they'll produce 30 cakes and no cookies. If they're to split the time in half, they'll produce 100 cookies and 15 cakes. Person 2, if they're to dedicate all their time producing cookies, they'll produce 150 and no cake. Spending all their time baking cake, they'll produce 40 cakes and no cookies. While splitting the time in half, they'll produce 75 cookies and 20 cakes. In a PPF chart, anything below the 2 plotted lines is inefficient, while anything outside, which is attainable, is efficient. If person 1 can produce 200 cookies and 30 cakes, and person 2 produces 150 cookies and 40 cakes, person 1 has absolute advantage of cookies, while person 2 has absolute advantage of cooking cake. Now, if person 1 can produce 200 cookies and person 2 can produce 440 cakes, being both their absolute advantages, they can create 240 units together. Now, if they were to spend half the time doing both, while person 1 produces 100 cookies and 15 cakes, and person 2 produces 75 cookies and 20 cakes, they'll create 210 units, creating specialization more efficient than non-specialization. If person 1 was to sell their cookies for $2 and their cakes for $5, while person 2 sells their cookies for $3 and cakes for $7, person 1 would have comparative advantage due to the lower cost of creating and selling them.